Are you guys just going to go to the ferry?
Yep.
Yeah.
The ride back to Tefu is an easy one. Septi is relatively quiet, and Noct is actually kind of being approachable to her, and actually they seem to be communicating with somewhat of actual cohesion between one another. But they ask to be left alone because they don't want anybody to talk to them.
Shit.
At least Septi doesn't.
Damn it! I'm going to ignore her anyway. And I'm just going to approach her and be like, it's anything I can do for it to man up.
Not kill him when I get started.
A voice in the back of your head says. She says, there's not much he wanted. It's kind of funny, someone who spent so long burying people just wanted a simple thing for himself.
Well, he's got to figure out what that does.
I don't know.
I can't wait. I'm going to tell Neith.
Yeah.
I can't wait until Chief realizes that that paladin friend of his is still inside that place, and we're probably going to want to rescue him.
He didn't want to come and rescue me.
I'm going to go to the other side of the boat and hang out with the
There's
soldiers.
a merchant sitting there.
I say, how's it going?
Hello!
I want you to know something. I'm a hero right now, and I could get away with anything I wanted, so do not talk to me even once. Is that clear? I'm intimidating him.
Sure. I'll turn that into a 1.
That's alright, I rolled a 5.
He puts his hand on you, and he says,
I'll have you know, this is my ship, and I could throw you overboard to the crocodiles right now.
Then he starts squeezing it. It actually hurts.
Fair point, Captain. Would you like a drink?
He pulls up a picture that was already you can see him holding.
I'm going to pull out a nice bottle of something and just start drinking from it.
He obviously cheers you.
Alright, cheers. Nope. He's captain. He's made that clear. I'm down. We're good.
As you turn around, I'm going to be standing right behind you and go,
He then points to some barrels and says,
Do you want some fish?
Hell yes. I'll buy everything you offer me right now.
Is it salted? I'll buy everything you offer. Oh, well, in that case.
Hey man, that dude won a fight with me.
The ferry arrives at Tefu, and you guys are given some lodgings that you guys can rest in.
Thank the Lord.
You heal to full. All
Yes.
spells are back. That includes Olive, who's in that room over there.
All of your spells are back.
She was struck with
You also
the summer
lose that,
sickness.
This is when she comes back and is like, I was actually just waiting to have my high level spells back. I don't want to play without all my spells.
is there anybody that can take a look at our Skypharaoh's curse?
Oh yeah, Septi can remove that from you. With a
Sweet.
simple remove curse.
And does she?
She looks at that and she says, my word, what is this?
It's a brilliant helmet.
Oh, you can look at some items?
She actually does not want to be used as a merchant right now. She'll help
Can
with
we find
curses
somebody
with bad
else?
spells.
I'm going to quietly inform her about what happened.
Yeah. This is outside of my area of expertise, but I pray for you. A demon like that must be powerful, and she just shudders. It's the symbol of the abyss.
Yes, I've been told. In the very least, his temple is gone. That was the trade.
Fitting, but obviously he's still alive, so
Well,
I hope you have as much luck. As she points to the giant pyramid and then shudders as she looks at her city.
Good. She wants me to only be a quarter alive by the end of this.
Can we find somebody who can look at what?
For a price, yes, you can. Or you could just wait for Olive.
We have no money.
Could I try again?
No, you've studied them to the best of your...
This one I haven't, though.
No, you can try that one, yeah.
Gem of Brightness.
You just need to put that on my helm of brilliance.
We're gonna see what it does. Which one do we say? Spellcraft?
Yep.
I will refer to it as my Brill Bright.
Nope.
No.
I'll try.
You don't have spellcraft.
Yeah, so what's the negative?
You can't do spellcraft.
You can't do it.
Sure I
It has
can.
a star, so you can't do it without. I rolled that too many.
You know what spellcraft is, but you still can't do it untrained.
There's definitely spells in
Yeah,
this.
you're like, this is definitely magical, and it will do something when you use it.
I feel like I'm really close.
Yeah.
I should have been a wizard.
Excellent use of a 20.
Excellent.
You can't choose them.
It's true.
Where are we? What are we doing? Are we in town? Are we
Yeah,
in the
you're
bar?
they are offering you a place in the Grand Temple.
Ooh, the Grand Temple.
Yeah.
Perhaps we would care to throw a celebration for the soldiers.
Of course. We'll just have to find a tent. I can find a tent. Someone should also let the Decca and Correct know about our successes.
No,
and
I'm
speak
not
to her.
drinking the smart juice.
She's actually there when
make
you
you
guys walk
smarter.
in.
No,
She's
it
the one who
doesn't.
shows
It does
you
make
to.
you
Hello, Decca and Correct.
Hello, I see that you guys were successful.
You had so little faith in us.
Well, yes, you're facing an army of an ancient monstrosity that, as you know, I tried to remove from the history books.
And I'm just gonna be like this, and I'm imagining I'm shorter than she is, so it looks really
She just looks at you and says, "Pride is not a pretty color on people."
I'm gonna look at all of my clothes and my glittering helm.
I'm gonna drink from the glass.
Go for it. Give me a roll.
9. We do not have a 9 yet.
Oh, it's gonna
Enjoy
be
your
bad.
nerf.
Decca and Correct, I have a proposition for you, and it is as stupid and foolhardy and as desperately needed as our plan to take down the pyramid.
Roll a d6, please.
As
Five.
he just
You
melts
lose that much
behind
dex
me.
for 24 hours.
As he just melts behind me.
6. Minus 1d6 dex.
Yeah.
Sweet, guys.
What is it we got?
I'm never drinking from that.
That puts us
flask.
at me at 5. Temporary score.
So slow.
Enjoy tripping over
What's-
yourself.
Actually, you cannot. This will technically be what you do before you leave tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, this is, I was just doing it because I know we're not gonna.
Yeah, because
do
right
it.
now this is happening the night of, and then we'll dive to tomorrow.
I'm
yeah.
not gonna. Oh no, he was still had.
Yeah, so but like this is when you guys woke
Yeah.
up in the morning. So
Yeah.
for this day, you're at minus.
Yeah, I'm not gonna write it down because
Yeah.
nothing's gonna happen.
No, something's gonna happen.
Something's gonna
You
happen.
guys just woke up,
Yeah.
so this is now the new day. that you
But-
drank
I
from.
thought we were
he's
gonna have a
just-
party.
We
Yeah, you can on the day.
Oh, we're
Okay.
doing it on this day.
Yeah.
What's the modifier
Who says
for
there's gonna be
5?
time for you to do that?
I don't even know, man.
What's the
I
modifier
don't
for
even
five?
I'll look it
know.
up. What were you saying to the Deca? They had a plan that was.
A proposition.
Yeah, she just nods and she says, "I'm listening."
The Prince of Assyrian. Armies must be marshaled. Each city must contribute, even if it leaves yourselves unguarded. There are 15 more pyramids that are waiting to be activated, and one place where they can all be stopped. This entire menace put to rest. It would be madness to send a small group of people alone. It should be attacked, fully and completely, only under the cover of a full assault. Is it likely to actually be shut down? Hakatep knows we are coming. He will be aware that this pyramid has been stopped. He will be readying his forces.
I have a minus 8 to my stealth.
But his forces will likely. She looks over to Wadi and she looks out the doors that you guys came in. And she said, "We'll likely be attacking our own cities.
My dex.
Would it not be better to defend our cities from them?"
I do not believe that you can withstand a single pyramid, much less 15 moving in unison.
So you expect me to send my armies to the slave trenches where people die and they move in large numbers? It's suicide.
You're gonna suffer casualties either way.
So you want me to leave my city undefended?
For the sake of all of Assyrian, I suggest that it be a full offensive, yes.
Do you know what happens to armies when they approach the slave trenches? It is protected. You cannot move there in large numbers. There's a
unaware of
giant
this.
bird that picks people up and rips them in half in the sky.
I think I've met that bird.
If you did, you would be dead.
No.
Oh, never mind.
They call him the Dusk Taker.
This is news to me.
Does he only come out in the dusk? So let's go in the dawn.
There are other things. Armies.
The Dawn Taker.
Hakatep
The dawn
created
taker.
elementals made of bone and negative energy that guard the slave trenches day and night. Not to mention all the elementals and genies that helped there. A div, the history books speak of her. She was a genie killer.
We know where that.
She
one is.
protects there too.
Sweet.
I see. Yes, it would be
I know
suicide.
someone who went there.
So how far away is the Riverlands?
Who is this person?
His name?
It's Tumenem. God damn it.
His name is Raldus O'Connon.
Oh, Raldus.
He's a human from Absalom. I think of him a fool. You'll get along well.
What are you talking about? Do you know where he is staying? Absalom.
Fucking go to Absalom, you idiot. No, he's somewhere in town. He knows, as she points to Chief, he was saying that you were traveling there. I think he might be looking for you.
Excellent. Well, where armies fear to tread, fools charge blindly. Thank you. I was not aware of all of these defenses. I had hoped the place
I
might
did not
still
expect
be
you to
overrun.
be, and I'm sorry I spoke with such... This is just... I worry for my people.
Of course. Have you considered quitting these lands? And I mean it. An evacuation, at least, of all of the civilians.
There is talk of heading into the desert.
I meant away from Assyrian.
We have too many people to go. The Riverlands won't take us.
No, but Taldor or...
The thing about
The
the
Devil
Riverlands is
Kingdoms?
they respect strength. So if you just show up and say mine,
Yes, they should. Yes, a stream of refugees
Of
and
millions of
castaways
people.
should start a war with another country.
I was just.
And you might not know this, for you Riverlanders travel across and call whatever place you find home, home. Assyrians, they're stubborn. They'll die in their history. They'll become it. I do not believe Hakatep is destined to take over again, but maybe I'm an optimist.
Glass half full.
I suppose. She looks over at the half-dead city.
My
And then
temple's
she,
under. My temple's under that pyramid.
She excuses and offers you guys the beds.
Yay!
Yep, let's sleep.
I thought it was the morning.
No, he did that before. Yeah.
Oh, that was
And
now
Now it's the morning. Now there's you drank.
I
from
was
the
like, I want to
flask.
talk to Decca and Kret, and he was like, she's right beside you, showing you to your beds, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there is a knock on the door that wakes you guys.
Open.
Because we're all sharing one big bed.
Yeah, of course.
Nice. Orgy.
Sleepover! Sleepover! We like our little friends and we'll have a sleepover.
The little man in the corner of the room is singing.
Chief.
We very,
It was the mud
very
man.
gently,
Sleepover.
because he's clearly insane, we'd very gently usher him out and
Yeah.
help him find another place to
We
sleep
have-
tonight.
Do you guys, do
Established
you guys
Chief sleeps naked.
knock on the door?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get
I'll
out
answer it.
An elf is standing there. She has dark hair, which is weird for all the elves you've seen. But she's standing there and just impatiently tapping her foot on the ground, but not with impatiently you were there, but kind of an urgency.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Oh, thank God you're home. You're here. Sorry,
We're all
I'm so excited. I heard that you guys were going to the slave trenches."
I'm gonna hit Chief with the rod so he's wearing clothes now.
Oh my! I didn't even
Nope,
notice.
he's dressed now, it's fine.
I'm gonna lean over and be like, this rod's gonna become a problem, isn't it?
Every day.
She extends her hand to you. My name is Eva.
Nice to meet you, Eva.
Yes, I am an anthropologist of sorts.
Diplomacy check to look deep into her eyes.
Sure.
19.
You succeed.
Excellent.
I'm an archaeologist, anthropologist, librarian. I'm here because this is such an exciting opportunity. There's so many secrets and histories within the within the slave trenches.
We are something of scholars ourselves, having visited the dark archives here and sought out some innumerable
Archives?
treasures.
I thought those were just myths.
No, and we have access to some of the writings and knowledge on Chisisek as well.
Amazing.
Perhaps we should share this on our journey to the slave trenches.
Oh my God, O'Connor told me to not get my hopes up, but I had to come see you myself.
Who's O'Connor?
He's Well,
Didn't I bring people aside for a second?
One moment, please.
well, did you go with him or
No.
not? So he was a bit. He's rough around the edges. He's from the Northlands, and yeah.
Last time they let a strange woman into our group, she turned out to be a demon or a genie killer.
Don't worry, I never looked at that woman, and that was not my fault in any way.
Yeah, but it was hers.
You just open her mouth.
Oh God, she's making friends.
We should just be very careful about who we invite.
Are we afraid of all women now?
No, everybody.
But he was
Just so happened the last
he
one
was
was a woman.
tried as a criminal. He was in a prison, and we just came across him. And he said that he's been to the slave trenches, and he actually found all sorts of monstrosities and evil things there. And he said he would take me, my brother, and we would explore and discover more.
Sure.
Oh,
I'm gonna
I'm gonna walk back over and move.
As you go to grab, a hand comes up and he says, "Slow down there, buddy."
Yeah.
And a man dressed in
I love this guy already.
a white shirt and a brown jacket walks in and says, "We just don't go touching ladies now, do we? Nice to meet you. My name is Raldus O'Connor."
Holy fuck, he's Indiana Jones.
Yes, he is.
I'm not.
Just last time I met a strange lady, she ended up being a div.
A div.
So-
an evil genie.
I was
Many of
No
those
way.
exist at the slave trenches,
You
which I
know what
hear,
I'm thinking you're thinking.
is where you guys are going.
That would be true.
word travels.
I'm wary of these travelers, and I'm gonna do my neat thing, and I'm gonna disappear into the dark corner, and I'm gonna open my pack and make sure my chunk of the dark tapestry is wrapped up
Yep.
and in the bottom,
Sure.
because I haven't even told
Raldus
them that I have
O'Connor.
it yet.
I have a good, firm, honest handshake.
Yeah, he gives you the same. Yeah. So, would you guys be willing to travel down south with southwest with three of my compatriots to the slave trenches? They want to go. I've told them it's suicide, but for some reason they're still very willing to go. Eva kind of just stands and claps, and she says, "There's just so much knowledge to be learnt there."
Is he human, elf? What
He is human. She is
Okay.
elf.
This is the
Okay.
Absalom guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain danger, and yet you're leading them into it.
I've told them not, but they're offering me half of whatever they find there.
A fair bargain.
Is it? Because they're looking for knowledge.
And gold.
And knowledge is worth far more than you think it is.
Eva just...
I've changed my mind. He's not Indiana Jones. He's Brendan Fraser from The Mummy.
Yeah, he is.
I can meet you guys. We have a boat lined up to go over.
At
They're
that,
paying. She has a rich brother.
I like poke out of the darkness at the word of a boat.
We're leaving in, say, 3 hours. Can I expect you guys to join us? You look a bit too serious, my friend. Age does that to people.
I had a bad day.
It just started.
And you had
Yesterday.
a bad day.
I forget the days. It's easier just to remember right now, in the moment.
Well, I'm in.
It would be
You are.
foolish not to take free transport.
And guide. I can help you around the slave trenches if you feel so inclined.
We promise you nothing.
This man's very serious, isn't he?
I'm just gonna
He's had a bad day.
And you had a bad day.
sense motive on
This
this
is our crazy war priest.
fellow.
I
That
think
is
stress
a
is overcoming him.
28.
He seems completely legit in everything he's saying. He knows that going there is suicide. He says that is accurate. He knows going there is stupid, but he knows they want to, and you guys want to. So he's trying to offer the best help he can.
Yeah, and this.
Yeah.
He probably won't follow us all the way into the slave trenches. He's not nuts.
He'll be like, well, there they are. I'll await payment.
He nods, and then he goes out, and Eva follows him.
I'm going to invite them for a meal before we depart. We have to feast some of the soldiers after we had taken down the temple, which I also casually mentioned, the flying pyramid.
Ah, you're the ones that took that guy down?
Yes, that was something we were taking care of yesterday.
Exciting.
But yes, are they interested in coming along? I'm going to diplomacy again. 25.
Eva passes, but he says he'll be there.
I'm less interested in having this breakfast now. I'm going to cancel it. No, please continue.
Cool. Is there anything you guys want to do in Tefu?
I'll get dressed.
Nice.
Suited up, armored up, not just dressed.
Oh, Mike, feedback. Chat's talking about your phone.
Oh, that's probably, yes, that's 100% my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm doing the
Sounds like an
typical
SOS
chief brood.
message.
Yeah.
My phone's, I've used it, so you know it.
At this, are we doing this breakfast? I've had I'm gonna have a couple afternoon breakfast
So,
drinks.
as you're trying to look for soldiers, the majority of them have actually been already put back to Wadi.
Tea.
Yeah, to do more stuff.
Then I'm going to host Chief as the centerpiece of a celebration of the heroes of Wati. Come and meet one of the men who took down the pyramid.
Sick. And you make your giant tent?
Yep. In a reasonable
Yeah.
space.
You
area.
put it down in the ground,
Uh-huh.
and then it just...
Please tell me it's like a weird tent of flesh or something because it's from mummies.
It's purple.
Okay. Royal.
Royal.
What was that guy's name?
Raldus O'Conan.
Raldus O. Conan.
Conan.
Conan. Chief it.
So yeah, Chief's going to be the centerpiece this
Okay.
morning.
Do we have all kinds of locals there?
Do a diplomacy check to try to get people to come in. Natural one.
People still know about him.
Yeah, they just kind of like, a lot of people are like, oh, I think it's a freak show. It's like, come see the muscled man who's more muscle than man.
The chief is brooding, writing in his diary.
Come see the man who doesn't think with his brain, but instead only uses a sword.
I'm literally holding up in the tent and I'm just like, sum it up.
O'Conan eventually arrives and he's joined by two people. One of them is an elf who looks just like Eva, but he seems to be a bit drunker. And a small gnome who's standing there impatiently. So this is the breakfast, huh?
Yes, apparently Chief is not. Chief is a bit of a hard sell.
I mean, the man looks like a smile would break him in half. I'm not surprised. I never got your name.
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo, I'd like to introduce you to my good friends joining us. We have one named Jonah, points at the elf. And this is my good friend Denny.
I will sketch Denny a bow.
Don't bow at me, buddy. You think just because I'm smaller than you, that's the only way you can greet me? He extends his small hand.
I'm gonna shake it.
Yep. Much better. No hard feelings. And he slaps your hand.
Good to know. Should I underestimate you in poker as well, then?
I don't gamble. I win too much. O'Conan laughs and says, this little bugger couldn't win anything if he tried, if his life depended on it.
Well, Denny, I might have some tips for you in that direction, then. I'm
Denny
gonna lead them
chuckles.
into the tent.
Yeah. What's inside the tent? There's food,
Food,
tables.
Tables, Chief, in the
Chief
center.
is standing on a pavilion.
I'm writing on my diary.
On the pavilion?
Yeah. I'll humor Rodrigo so far.
I'm going to, after a couple breakfast beers, I'm gonna pull Rodrigo aside where nobody can see,
Sure.
and I'm going to hand him this dark tapestry scroll. Be like, don't open it. That's why they fucking want me.
Hey Megan, thanks for the Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Golden Table.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were leaving it in my care.
No,
Are you sure you want to have it? If it's dangerous like that.
it's not dangerous.
Oh.
I don't think it is anymore. And I'm going to explain to him what happened in the sarcophagus. And
Oh, yeah, when she was locked away. So she was tortured, but for some reason She dreamt of an ocean and saw a large creature lurking beneath it next to a giant, colossal statue that depicted another sort of bizarre alien creature. And then that killed the thing that was torturing her.
Neferuset wanted to see what it would do to me. She wanted to see if I would read anything.
You don't know who Neferuset is.
Oh,
Hakatep's wife.
Even Hakatep can get a lady, but Rodrigo can't.
That was mean.
fucking stab you in the night.
Should have killed you. I didn't say that. I'm busy
There
reading my
are
diary.
stories from out of the Riverlands about towns in marshes or on the edges of the ocean that have vanished or become ghost towns. They have often featured things found in the deep ocean.
Well, I don't know what it is. I didn't even know what it was when it happened to me. It was just something. And then the witch fell out, burning and screaming. I thought it was them.
Why don't you burn the scroll? Clearly nothing good can come of it. You should remove its existence from here. It obviously is a dangerous access to something.
I don't know. It never occurred to me to have it anywhere except
Come see the muscle man.
on my person. Oh, good God.
Yeah.
Okanan's looking at you. And he says, do you want to see muscles? And then rippling muscles.
Yeah, but does he have strength?
Eva is
28.
our key to their little group.
No, he's more
She's
show
so keen
muscles.
and so enthusiastic that she moves outside of the actions of her leader.
So are you seducing her or am I seducing her?
We're making friends with her. No need for seduction. Because she
Are
is
you
our
feeling
way.
okay?
She is our way into knowing exactly what's going on here. And is probably the least likely person to lie to us or betray us successfully. Seriously, burn that scroll.
I'm gonna tuck the scroll back in my bag.
Sure.
I'm gonna make a sleight of hand check so that he doesn't know where it went.
Sure.
Me?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just gonna disappear.
Perception check.
Yeah, perception versus sleight of hand.
Oh, you might beat that.
Nope.
No, that's 25.
Mine is, yeah, not that. 22.
Yep. The scroll just vanishes.
Okay.
Rodrigo's
keeping
vanishes.
that in mind.
Yeah, he's gonna. No one else has walked into this tent.
We have
There's a tent?
Yep.
Sweet. I'm rewriting in my spellbook.
Two guys just chilling out, writing in their diaries.
Well, more food and drink for the rest of us.
Well, were you next to me?
I was in the
Yes.
middle on a pillar, apparently.
I say, bringing Neith back over with me.
Yeah, it kind of bites into a fruit. Where'd you get all this stuff?
I made it. With magic.
Ah, magic. He pulls up a small little amulet and he says, I know what that is.
I believe you. Implicitly.
What's your little amulet do?
Just a little trick I found in some tomb diving. Just shine some light, point at things, show secret passageways. Really good for exploring and finding treasure.
Oh my god, I know what it is. That game. Well, I suppose you should meet our group. These two over here, who are currently ill with the desert disease, are Panya and Olive. They are powerful and potent spellcasters.
Amazing, amazing.
They don't look it, but they are.
And you are Rodrigo, a thief, mercenary, explorer, work for gold. You have that attitude to you.
What if I just said yes and we left it at that?
That's a life I understand. And you're Mr. Muscles, Mr. Sad Muscle Man, head.
Sad muscle.
The
man.
reason you have so much muscles because you need something to hold all that sadness inside your head.
Chief is a hero. He came here to save this place. All of Assyria, in fact.
I find it doubtful that someone came here with the idea to save it. Rather, they probably found out they had to after making a few mistakes.
I'm sure Chief would have found something to save, given enough time.
That's true anywhere, isn't it? And you look like you're from Osirian.
He worships a scorpion god.
Ah. I find worship of gods to be rather annoying. So many prayers, chores. It's like a checklist that I have to do
mine
every
doesn't
day.
have very many of those.
All of them do. That's what they all say too. And you.
Just stare at
Yeah.
scorpions.
What was scorpion?
Okay.
And what's your name?
That was it.
Neat.
Then-
Neith. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet all of you. As I said, this is Jonah. Jonah's drinking from a giant wine bottle. Ooh. And then there's also Denny. Where's Denny? I can't... He does that.
Oh crap.
He just vanishes.
It's not a rogue.
Crap.
Small, too.
Can I perceive the room to see if I can see him?
Go for it.
They've probably heard everything and they're now going for that scroll you hid.
21.
21.
29.
No.
No.
That's 28.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be on my boat. Thank you so much for this fine food. And see you there in an hour or so. And we'll
Absolutely.
embark to the slave trenches on the ride. I can tell you whatever stories you need to know about the slave trenches or any other sort of dungeon that might interest you. We can exchange stories. You can tell me about Muscle Man's heroic adventures.
I'd be curious to hear those myself, actually.
It's vibrating.
He then he just smiles and leaves.
I'm gonna watch the door until Denny leaves.
Yeah. Oh, Denny doesn't leave. You don't see him leave. There's multiple entrances to the tent, though.
He left out a different way, apparently. He saw you watching that one.
And with that, we're going to call it here. You guys have a chance to spend some money in Tefu if you want. And I'll just tell you now, no more shops for the rest of the campaign. We
I
are in...
believe we don't have any gold.
That Helm of Brilliance is worth a pile of gold.
Yeah.
And
Well,
stop.